Update on the southern Maine real estate market. Right now is a pretty interesting time in southern Maine real estate because we're seeing a consistent increase on the days on market, both closed properties and properties on the market. Obviously, we've had some information about interest rates in the last couple of months that brought some buyers back to the market, but we didn't really see those days on market drop back down. For years, we spent having a week or less on market be expected. You're going to put your house on the market. Less than a week later, it's probably going to be sold. On top of that, for quite some time, the expectation was I'll put my house on the market here and it will probably sell somewhere here. The list to sales ratio was over 100 for a very long time. Right now, the reality we're living in is list to sale is more you put it on the market, it closes at 100% of what you put on the market, right? And in addition to that, the days on market, we've now pushed over 2 weeks being typical. So people have to adjust their expectations, sellers specifically, when they go to list a property. Is this going to be gone in a week? Probably not. Am I going to get way more than I put it on for? Probably not. But what we're seeing is that the active properties have a very different price point than the ones that just closed this past week. And what I would expect when I look at that is that sellers who listed over the last couple of months maybe did not realize there had been such a shift. Maybe their agents gave them advice about the adjusting market that was a little behind. Maybe they did not want a price where perhaps they maybe should have. But the overall result is that active for sale pool is starting to be on market longer and longer days. And when those properties either sell, expire, or withdraw, it's going to shift where the market is even more. So, what does that mean for you as a seller, as a buyer? As a seller, please be aware that things have changed from where we felt typical and normal over the last 3 years. It became very expected, as I said, to get more than what you asked for and to do it in a quick period of time. And that every month you could keep raising the prices in neighborhoods every single month significantly. Right now, if you are selling, you need to know that your days on market is going to be longer than you've been hearing about for years. You need to know you should price conservatively and not above the market because it's not moving up as quickly. And you need to know you're probably going to have to work with those buyers a little bit more when they come, and there's probably going to be less of them making an offer on your house. For buyers out there, over the last couple of years, if you were approved for $500,000, it was responsible for your listing, your buyer's agent to let you know that you probably should actually set your ceiling a little bit lower because you were more than likely going to have to bid over, right? So houses listed 450, it actually probably closes 500. So if you start at 500, they're all going to keep going over your ceiling, and that's just frustrating for you as a buyer a couple of years ago, right? Now, when you set your search parameters, there's a number of homes out there where they might be listed for 550, but the true value is 515. So can we actually set our parameters a little bit higher? Doesn't mean everything's going to be overpriced. Doesn't mean everything up here is going to be an opportunity for us, but there are more opportunities for buyers right now that have been sitting on the market 70, 80 days where they can come in and say, hey, you know what, 550 is not the real price. Maybe the real price is as low as 490, and that's still below my 500 mark. So the way you approach the market as a buyer now can be different. Doesn't mean you can negotiate on every single offer you make. It doesn't mean that every single seller is overpricing, but it certainly is happening more now with sellers who have not realized there's been a turn in the market. They're still pricing for the last 2 or 3 years when we are here now. So use that opportunity if you're a buyer. Be aware of it. Make sure your agent is aware of it and look for opportunities. Did this seller overprice? Can I benefit from it? Can I make an offer that is in my price point and get a better deal here? For both buyers and sellers, be aware it's going to be very frustrating because as this turn happens, it feels uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable to sellers to not be getting all the great things they've been hearing about for years. And it feels frustrating to buyers because they've already been doing it for a long time and they want more change. Like a little change doesn't even feel like a reward. There's been so much appreciation over the last couple of years. There's been so much rate increase in interest rates, and they wanted a little bit more change, but what they got was just a little bit and just a little bit. So it can be a really frustrating market. Be aware that that's what you're working with the other side as well. Nobody is having as much fun per se as they were a couple of years ago, where money was next to nothing and sellers were getting more than they expected to get. Hope this was helpful. Have a great day.